We're just starting to wrap our heads around the Pixel 9 series, but guess what? Fresh leaks are already pointing us toward the Pixel 10 and Google's next-gen Tensor G5 processor. It's like the tech world is on fast forward. While the new chip might not knock our socks off with CPU performance, the graphics side of things is where the real buzz is happening. We're hearing that Google is teaming up with Imagination Technologies to roll out a new DXT architecture, specifically clocked at 1.1 GHz. Now you might be wondering, who even is Imagination Technologies? Well, they're not exactly a household name in mobile chipsets today. You might have spotted their GPUs in some mid-range devices, like the MediaTek Dimensity 930 from 2022. But if you think back to earlier iPhone models, that's where you might have encountered their tech. When Google launched the Pixel 9 series, they introduced their Tensor G4 chipset, but let's be real, it didn't quite stack up against the competition. There's chatter suggesting that the Tensor G5 will pack a serious punch, but a new leak doesn't seem to back that up. The Tensor G5 recently made an appearance on Geekbench, and it's got a model ID dubbed Google Frankel. The details reveal 2 efficiency cores at 2.44, 4 cores clocked at 2.86, and a prime core hitting 3.40 GHz. The scores: a single core of 1323 and multi-core of 4004. To put that in perspective, the Tensor G4 from the Pixel 9 Pro XL scored 1950 and 4741 in our tests. Given the hype around significant performance improvements for the Tensor G5, especially since it's rumored to be built on TSMC's N3E process, unlike its predecessors made by Samsung, seeing lower CPU performance just doesn't add up. It's more likely that this Geekbench listing reflects an early version of the Tensor G5 or maybe even a spoof. Either way, don't hold your breath expecting these scores to represent what we'll see in the Pixel 10 series. Now for those of you hoping that the new GPU would catapult the Tensor G5 and Pixel 10 into the graphics big leagues, there might be some disappointment. While a potential 25% to even 60% boost is definitely exciting, it still seems like Google will be lagging a couple of years behind the leaders. Plus, it looks like the GPU might hit another plateau with the Tensor G6, which could leave the Pixel 11 trailing even further behind. On the bright side, the Tensor G5 will come with some shiny new features. We're talking ray tracing support, a revamped architecture for GPU tasks, and even GPU virtualization. So, while it might not be the fastest out there, the Pixel 11 is shaping up to be a solid upgrade for gamers and could introduce some cool Pixel-exclusive features that keep the series buzzing. But hey, we're jumping the gun here. The Pixel 10 is still almost a year away, and the competition isn't sitting still. Although Google is making some tweaks to the CPU and GPU with the Tensor G5, it seems like it'll still be playing catch-up to the top processors. Do you think Google's AI edge will be enough to keep rivals at bay? I'm starting to wonder if it will be. So, what do you think about these new benchmark scores for the upcoming Tensor G5? Drop your thoughts in the comments below, and don't forget to check out our channel for more updates. Until next time, take care.